As we build our camping supplies up more and more and more, because it is an accessory sport, more and more often you're going to get to a point where you go, do I want this or do I not want this? Do I need this or do I not need this? And this thing here, this is something that I'm going to say you're probably going to need. If you're somebody who camps on their own all the time, 100% of the time, well away from anyone else, well, you're still going to want one of these. On my recent 2-week trip up the East Coast there, I was using this bad boy every other day. And I'm glad I had it because I absolutely needed it. In some places that I went to, there were other campsites right up next to me. And if I wanted to have a shower or use the bathroom, I wanted some sort of privacy. And if you're in the same situation or someone that you camp with is in the same situation, that is, you don't want to get your ugly butt out there naked in the side of your camp setup and have a shower, well, you want to consider a shower tent. It's not just about privacy though. When you're out there and you want to have a shower and the wind's picking up, a shower tent is going to help stop that wind and keep you just a little bit warmer as you're having a shower and once you get out of the shower. And that's really the whole and sole reason for having a shower at your campsite. But why would you choose this one? This one here is the Sane Hima shower tent. Why would you use this one over others? First and foremost, I'm going to say the quality of this is pretty damn good, especially for the price. $169.95, I think it is, 170 bucks. And compared to others, which are in like the $300 to $400 mark, this is a pretty bloody good buy. It's all blacked out inside here, so this will eliminate any silhouettes. And the silhouettes that I'm talking about is an LED strip up there that will plug into a USB plug, and you can shower in here when it's dark. It'll light up everything in here, and if you're outside out there looking in, you won't see anything because it's a silhouette deadening curtain. And that curtain that I'm talking about, it's 420 GSM ripstop polyester canvas. So it's fairly hardy in the way that you use it, but just like every other canvas, when you've used this, it's going to be wet, so you want to let it dry before you roll it all back up and stow it back away. And if you do have to move camp early while it's still wet, well, just treat it like any other canvas. When you get to your new place, set it up again, let it dry out. It's going to give you more life out of that tent. It comes with mounts to go into the vehicle, like L brackets, and I've put it up under here underneath the 23-0 tent into the channels, just like on any other rooftop tent. It's got the locking grooves in here, and I've just put a couple of holes in there and mounted it on here. About mounting these things and where you should use one and where you shouldn't. If you were mounting this off the side of your vehicle, all vehicles are the same. This is not specific to this vehicle or specific to this shower tent. All vehicles come out, like the doors come out from the roof. There's not one car that's dead set square unless it's made of friggin' Lego. They all come out. And every rooftop, any shower tent, it's going to mount onto your roof rack or onto your rooftop tent, and your vehicle's going to take up a bit of it. So keep that in mind when you're buying one of these things, that even though the arms come all the way out, the part closest to the vehicle is going to be up against the vehicle, and you're going to lose that little bit of room. And as you can see here on the camper trailer, I don't really have that problem because it's a Lego trailer. It sits out far enough there, but I can let the tent hang straight down. So keep that in mind when you're putting one of these, any one of these, onto a vehicle, onto a car. With how these are mounted, I've drilled those holes, I've mounted it up there, and it hangs just fine. Ideally, I will in the future build different brackets here just to make this a little bit higher, because it almost touches the ground where it is there and I can see over the top, which is not the end of the world. It would just be nicer if it was a little bit taller. It's got nothing to do with the tent. It's more how I've mounted it. It takes about 30 seconds to set this bad boy up. It's dead set easy, dead set quick. It really takes no effort whatsoever. When reviewing these tents, I had a look on all different websites, looked at all the reviews that I could find so that I could pull the fly shit out of the pepper, if you like, of what people have said is bad about this thing and what my experience has been with it so far. And I've used this quite a bit. One of them, I found that I had the same problem that a couple of people have pointed out. That is this arm here. It's a bit loose, and people talk about the hinges on this thing are no good. This one's fine. This one's a bit loose. And what I found, there's a nut up the end there, and it's just a bit loose. I found that the other day when I used it, and I'll actually tighten it up and I'll show you. It'll fix just fine. The second thing that I think people are a bit hesitant to buy this would be the name. When I've spoken with people out in the field at different campsites and stuff about different brands, and they've seen me using some Sane Hima stuff, they've gone, oh, that's cheap Chinese crap. Most of the stuff that we use these days is Chinese. Some of it's cheap, some of it's crap, some of it's not cheap, and some of it's not crap. What I would say about this brand is that there's nothing that I have used so far that is crap. I've got a loose nut on that, but that's all. I've had the high pressure water tank, I've had the good canvas bags in the back, the storage in the drawers. I've got this, I've got a jump kit, which is bloody awesome. That might come out before this one or after this one, review-wise. And the chair, the Sane Hima chair, it's the best bloody chair I've had. So I think there's a little bit of stigma around the brand. If you're not paying heaps of money for something, it doesn't mean it's no good. It just means you're getting a bloody good deal. But if it makes you feel better, I'm sure you could speak to the guys at Vic Off-Road and just ask to pay more if it makes you feel better. Sane Hima shower tent. It works well, packs up well, installs easily. Well, for $170, you really can't go wrong. It's later.